Okay, it's noon and welcome to Reflect, Refine, and Release. This is the mid-month meeting for you to make any adjustments or reclaim, refine, reinstate, whatever you want to call it. It's your opportunity to create more clarity around your intention. And remember, your intention should be something that pulls you forward, that you're excited about. And if you're not excited about it, it's not the right intention. And that doesn't mean that you've failed or that it's wrong. It just means you need more information. And that is precisely what Sober Freedom Sisterhood is all about, is to create this environment, create an opportunity for you to practice and keep practicing until you nail it. Nail what? Sober freedom, of course. So you don't have to rely on labels or limiting beliefs or language that can hinder your progress, that can keep you feeling stuck or less than, or an identity that you just don't want to accept. So let's see. I think we're going to go ahead and get started. I don't see anybody in class today. I don't see anybody online yet today. So, but we're going to go ahead and get started on a centering. And so the centering might be really helpful for you. So, okay, so I'm going to lead you through the first couple of breaths. And then what I want you to do is just focus on the flame, allow your thoughts to go away. And what you might try doing is counting your breaths if you have a hard time detaching from your thoughts. So if you're counting your breaths, then you're kind of preoccupied, so you can't start thinking about the grocery list or the dog that needs to be walked or the husband that's waiting for lunch. So I'm going to share my screen. And this is about a 3-minute, what we're going to do is a 3-minute mind melt. So we're going to allow your thoughts to kind of go away, and shoulders to relax, sit up nice and tall and straight, like somebody's pulling you up. That way you're creating that open space, that open channel from the top of your head all the way down through your diaphragm. And you're going to breathe in and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Keep your focus on the flame. Inhale and exhale. Inhale 1. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 4. Inhale 5. Exhale 6. Inhale 7. Okay, we'll take a couple more deep breaths together. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. One last time. Inhale and exhale. Okay. They should be all nice and centered and calm now. I always am amazed, even though I know it's coming, how much calmer I am after I do this breathing exercise. And I am doing it with you. So today, again, the point of this event, of this gathering, is for you to reflect on your intention. Last time we met, I invited you to set an intention for October. It's important to have something that you're focusing on, that if you were drinking the way you always drink, that it would be cumbersome, that it wouldn't support that intention. So what was your intention? Go ahead and write it out. And then think about it. Let's reflect on, why did you choose that? Why did you choose that intention? Did it inspire you? Did it excite you? Did it stimulate you? Did it mean that that would be a sure measure of progress if you attained that intention, if that intention was met? And then let's refine. Refining is, what, if anything, do you need to adjust with your intention? Your thoughts, expectations, is your intention defined enough? Or maybe, how do you feel about it now? Is it inspiring? Did it not do the job? Because I can assure you that if you have something that you are excited about, that doesn't feel like more work or arduous, or that it's adding to your already overfilled calendar, then it can be powerful. But if it feels any of those things, if it feels like it's too much work, or it's too big of a stretch, or your belief system's not in alignment with it, then that's just defeating. So do you need to refine your intention for this month? Is there an adjustment you need to make? Maybe you need help with getting clear about an intention that could pull you forward. Another thing to consider when you're refining is, do you need to refine your attitude? Do you need to refine your inner talk? Do you need to refine your thoughts? I just posted before our call today, I posted a few takeaways I got from our book of this month, and that is You Can Heal Your Life with Louise Hay. And there's a couple mentions about thought patterns and how they're powerful. And if you've been following me at all from day one, from over 10 years ago when I started coaching women around alcohol, it's always been thoughts become things. Where your focus goes, energy flows. What you think about, you bring about. As you thinketh in your heart, so are you. I mean, every wise teacher of our history tells you how we think is how we are. So can you can you catch your thinking? So if you're thinking about drinking, or you're thinking, I can't drink tonight, or I shouldn't drink tonight, or how am I going to, handle the barbecue? How am I going to handle Johnny's graduation? I shouldn't drink there. If that is your thinking, then you're more than likely going to end up drinking. But if you could catch yourself thinking about those things and replace it with something that's more empowering, and something that supports your intention, something that supports who you're becoming, how you're, I'm a powerful woman. I am making decisions every day that it's moving me forward. If you could just find, even if you found just a mantra that that supported your change. When I started this at the beginning of the year, when I started my path to reclaiming my health and losing over 60 pounds, slow down, do better was my mantra. I've always been somebody who comes out of the gate going 100 miles per hour and doing as much as I can do in as little time as possible. And this year I made that conscious decision that I was going to slow down and do better. I was going to slow down about how I served. I was going to slow down about how I moved through my life. And I was going to focus on things that mattered the most. So that's some insight for you. Do with it what you want, but I am here to support you 100%. So release. I'm not feeling it. I don't get it. How is this helping me with my drinking? I think I've already kind of covered that through all this other conversation that we've had, and that the more you think about drinking, the more you think about not drinking, the more you're calling it into your consciousness, the more you're having to rely on willpower to rescue you. And the more we think about drinking or not drinking, the more that cycles up our feedback loop in our brains, and it's harder and harder and harder to resist. And it makes us cranky. Who wants to be cranky? If you have to be cranky and be sober, who wants it? I want you to be happy and feel good. And I promise you, if you keep practicing and you keep following these lessons, you'll catch it. I promise. So if you're not feeling your intention, if you don't get it, it's not going to help with your drinking. It's not. There's no switch or magical compilation of words that will strip you of any desire to continue meeting the habitual need you have practiced for some time. So I think that's something you need, you should. I really want to stop that language too. I'm human. I use that language on accident, but I am catching myself. So please understand that you have been practicing this habit for some time. And just because you can't shut it off and turn a switch off and pivot on a dime doesn't mean that you have some disease or disorder. Now, if that is your belief system, if that's where you're headed with this, then I don't want to take that away from you, because our beliefs are power. And but I'm not here to treat a disease. I'm not here to cure a disease, or even that's not my intention. My work is not to serve a disease or a disorder. I'm here to help you break a habit. I'm here to help you create a life that is so rewarding that you do not want to waste a minute of it, that you don't want to miss a moment of your one and only precious life. That is my job. That is how I am here to serve you. If you keep practicing being intentional with your thoughts, feelings, and actions, and uncover, recover, and discover your goals, dreams, and aspirations that feel more resonant to you at your core than it has in a long time in recent history, your reliance on alcohol will subside. That I promise you. But it's kind of like you have to feel, I don't know if you looked at the video on my YouTube channel, Pink Cloud Coaching, but there's a video on there, and the audio is kind of annoying, but it gives that example of filling up a glass of dirty water, flushing it out with clean water. So the more that we're putting in good habits, good thoughts, good choices, better habits, better reading, better content, the more that we flush out that bad habit and those bad thoughts that lead to the bad habits, the bad actions, bad choices, or the not so serving choices. Keeping language simple here, but the more good we do, the less room there is for bad, is the simple, getting to the simplicity of it. So reasoning, if I served you everything, this is a really good analogy. If I served you everything you were going to eat in the next couple of months today, for you to eat all of it today, would it sustain you for the next couple of months? No, it would not. So if I give you the answers to everything, which I kind of have, but you just need to practice them, and it takes a little time for that, for this new thought, these new thoughts and these new concepts to kind of settle in. And I actually spoke about this too in the book summary that I just posted for this week's You Can Heal Your Life, is that I read this book in 2003. I haven't read it since. I have recommended people read it. I have referenced the back of it, because the back of it says like nerves. If you have a problem with nerves, it represents communication, receptive reporters. And the affirmation for it is, I communicate with ease and with joy. So I have referred this part of the book to people before, but I haven't read this book since 2003. But I'm recognizing that a lot of this content around thoughts and feelings show up in my work and have been part of my lifestyle for well over a decade. But there's two things. One is that when I read this, I had a belief system of that my Christianity, my limited knowledge of Christianity, kind of put up a roadblock for me with this book. But I think as I grew more spiritually mature and grounded, that I naturally moved in the direction of this wisdom, because it is wisdom. It makes sense. It puts my life at ease. The way that I live my life, I have very little struggle. And even when I come up against really, really hard things, I have tools and I have systems and things, more things that I'm going to share with you. But again, if I gave you everything right now, it would be too much. And so I'm going to continue to share with you tips and tools that I have picked up that helps me to be successful in managing my emotions, managing my thoughts, and being very intentional about how I live my life. And I want to share all of it with you. But by and large, the most important thing is what's in here. What are you thinking about? And catching those thoughts and replacing them with something else, because you can't just not think. You can't just stop thinking and not have anything to backfill it with. So you have to be prepared with, the sun just came out, so my glasses are getting a lot of that reflection. You have to be prepared with thoughts that you want to replace. When you catch yourself thinking about drinking or not drinking, what are the thoughts that you're going to replace it with? So I will take time. I want you to think about this, that it will take time, intention, and practice for you to evolve. And then I will continue to meet with you here twice a month. So if you showed up right now, you would be the only one that got any of my time. You could ask me whatever questions you wanted. You could provoke more information out of me. Provoke, is that the right word? I don't know. You could ask me anything. You could be involved in this conversation right now. So that's twice a month. And I will take up to an hour, even if it's just one person. And then you get your one-on-one with me. And then you get the book study every week. I'm putting, at the very minimum, you will have that book summary that will always support you in growing, learning and growing and doing better. And then I'm going to continue to add to the library. I think it's kind of wonky right now. So I'm working with my web guy on how to make that even better, how to make our forum even better. So, but you do have the forum, so you can always post in there. You could always post any questions or any, like if you want to share your intention out loud and have that additional accountability, do it. If you have any questions, post them there, because I'm sure that you're not the only one with those questions. And then I'm always open to suggestions on how I can bring more value to your experience with Sober Freedom Sisterhood. I want to be of service. I can't do better unless I know how I could do better. I know that I'm always thinking about how I could bring more value to you, but I'm on this side of the camera. I'm on this side of the journey. So I need your help on what would make it better for you. So I'm always thinking about body, mind, spirit, and what tools I can offer you in those areas. I know one practice that has been extraordinary in helping me through tough times is having a schedule, put in place, like a ritual. What do I do? What is my morning ritual? And then I have an evening ritual too, that actually has helped me sleep better. I actually get at least 6 hours of sleep now. And it used to be where I only got 3 or 4 hours of sleep every night. So it helps, it works. These are all tips and tools. So let me know whatever else I can support you with. I'm here for you. My whole existence during this hour is just for you, to benefit you. So hope you're doing well. I'm going to go ahead and end it now since nobody is on the call. We're 25 minutes in, which is a pretty good. I can't believe I did that well talking to myself for 25 minutes. But this message is recorded for your benefit. And as always, I'm just a click away. Just go to pinkcloudcoaching.com, hit the contact tab at the top, and you can email me or schedule a time for us to chat. I'll talk to you soon.